Hello and welcome to the Drishti IAS today's GK program. Let's begin with the previous day practice question. The question was, consider the following statements in view of the Asian Development Bank or ADB. Statement 1. All the members are from Asia. 2. China is the largest shareholder in ADB. And 3. ADB is headquartered in Manila, Philippines. Which of the above statements are correct? Options were A. 1 and 2 only, B. 2 and 3 only, C. 3 only, and D. 1, 2 and 3. And the answer was C. 3 only. The Government of India and the Asian Development Bank or ADB recently signed a $4.5 million Project Readiness Financing or PRF loan to support project preparation and design activities to improve urban mobility in Aizawl, the capital city of the northeastern state of Mizoram. ADB is a regional development bank established on 19 December 1966. ADB now has 68 members, 49 from within Asia and the Pacific. Hence, statement 1 is incorrect. As of 31st December 2019, ADB's 5 largest shareholders are Japan and the United States, each with 15.6% of total shares. The People's Republic of China 6.4%, India 6.3% and Australia 5.8%. So the statement 2 is incorrect. It aims to promote social and economic development in Asia. ADB is headquartered in Manila, Philippines. So the statement 3 is correct. Okay, now let's start today's session and the first question is, consider the following statements regarding Krishi Udaan 2.0. Statement 1. It was launched by the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Statement 2. The scheme proposes to facilitate and incentivize availability of turbo happy cedar or THS in order to solve the problem of stubble burning. You have to select the correct statement and the options are A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. Both 1 and 2 and D. Neither 1 nor 2. The answer is D. Neither 1 nor 2. Recently, the Union Minister for Civil Aviation released Krishi Udaan 2.0, so the statement 1 is incorrect. Krishi Udaan 2.0 lays out the vision of improving value realization through better integration and optimization of agri-harvesting and air transportation and contributing to agri-value chain sustainability and resilience under different and dynamic conditions. The scheme proposes to facilitate and incentivize movement of agri-produce by air transportation, so the statement 2 is incorrect. The enhanced version of the Krishi Udaan scheme was formulated with support from AAIC-LAS, a 100% subsidiary of the Airports Authority of India and Invest India. The Krishi Udaan 2.0 will be implemented at 53 airports across the country, mainly focusing on northeast and tribal regions, and is likely to benefit farmers, freight forwarders, and airlines. The Ministry of Civil Aviation plans to pilot the scheme for 6 months and will introduce amendments based on results of the evaluation and consultations with other stakeholders. Now it's time for the next question. Consider the following statements. Statement 1. Agni 5 is the most advanced surface-to-surface indigenously built ballistic missile. Statement 2. It has been developed under the Integrated Guided Missile Development Program or IGMDP. Statement 3. Agni 5 was launched from APJ Abdul Kalam Island located in Sriharikota. You have to select the correct statement. Options are A. 1 only, B. 1 and 2 only, C. 2 and 3 only, or D. 1, 2 and 3. And the answer is B. 1 and 2 only. In a major boost to its military might, India recently successfully test-fired surface-to-surface ballistic missile Agni 5 that can strike targets at ranges up to 5,000 km with a very high degree of accuracy. The successful test firing of the missile came in the midst of a lingering border standoff with China in eastern Ladakh. Agni 5 is the most advanced surface-to-surface indigenously built ballistic missile. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It has been developed under the Integrated Guided Missile Development Program or IGMDP. So the statement 2 is correct. Agni 5 was launched from APJ Abdul Kalam Island located in Odisha. So the statement 3 is incorrect. The successful test of Agni 5 is in line with India's stated policy to have credible minimum deterrence that underpins the commitment to no first use. Okay, the third question is, consider the following statements. Statement 1. India and South Korea signed an agreement to develop Varanasi and Busan as sister cities. Statement 2. The India-Korea Friendship Park is located in Delhi. Statement 3. The Ram Katha Park will be renamed as Queen Ho Huang Ok Memorial Park after the 6th century BC Queen of Korea. Which of the statements given above are correct? Options are A. 1 and 2 only, B. 2 only, C. 2 and 3 only, and D. 1, 2 and 3. So the answer is C. 2, and 3 only. Recently, on the banks of the Sarayu in Ayodhya, the Ram Katha Park has been renovated, which will be renamed as Queen Ho Huang Oak Memorial Park. The Korean queen is believed to have had Indian roots, hence, statement 3 is correct. She was a Korean queen who is believed to have been born Princess Suriratna of Ayodhya, daughter of King Padma Sen and Indumati. Her story is described in Samguk Memorabilia of Three Kingdoms. It is a 13th century collection of legends, folk tales, and history of Korea's three kingdoms, Goguryeo, Bakje, and Silla, and some other regions. In 2000, India and South Korea signed an agreement to develop Ayodhya and Gimhae as sister cities. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. Earlier, in March 2021, Indian Defence Minister and his South Korean counterpart inaugurated the India-Korea Friendship Park in a ceremony at the Delhi cantonment. So, the statement 2 is correct. Now it's time for the next question. Consider the following statements regarding Mahatma Gandhi National Fellowship. Statement 1. The fellowship is given under the Sankalp Skill Acquisition and Knowledge Awareness for Livelihood Promotion Program. Statement 2. It is a 2-year-long fellowship program for young individuals to contribute to enhancing skill development at the grassroots. Statement 3. To be eligible for the fellowship, fellows must have a PhD degree from any university. You have to select the correct statement. Options are A. 1 only, B. 1 and 2 only, C. 2 and 3 only, and D. 1, 2 and 3. And the answer is B. 1 and 2 only. Recently, the government has launched the Phase 2 of Mahatma Gandhi National Fellowship under Sankalp, which is Skill Acquisition and Knowledge Awareness for Livelihood Promotion Program. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It is a 2-year-long fellowship program conceived to create opportunities for young, dynamic individuals to contribute to enhancing skill development at the grassroots. So, the statement 2 is correct. It seeks to combine classroom sessions by academic partner IIMs with an intensive field immersion at the district level to create credible plans and identify barriers in raising employment, economic output, and promote livelihoods in rural areas. The sharp focus on developing skills for local needs gives impetus to the vocal for local, and also building an industry-relevant skill base will help the cause of Atmanirbhar Bharat. Fellows have to be in the 21 to 30 years age group and have a graduation degree from a recognized university and be citizens of India. So, the statement 3 is not correct. Proficiency in official language of the state of fieldwork will be mandatory. Our today's fifth question is, consider the following statements regarding bovine mastitis. Statement 1. It is an inflammation of the mammary gland and is the most common disease of dairy cattle. Statement 2. It can affect farm productivity due to fall in milk quality, thus impacting income generating activities. Statement 3. Several types of parasites cause distinctly different mastitis infections. You have to select the correct statement, and the options are 1 and 2 only, B 2 and 3 only, C 3 only, or D 1, 2 and 3. So the correct answer is A 1 and 2 only. Recently, the National Innovation Foundation or NIF has developed a polyherbal medicine called Masterec gel to treat mastitis in dairy cattle. Let's know about mastitis. Mastitis or inflammation of the mammary gland is the most common and the most expensive disease of dairy cattle throughout most of the world. So the statement 1 is correct. Several types of bacteria cause distinctly different mastitis infections. So the statement 3 is not correct. Antibiotic infusions into the udder nearly always cure the clinical disease but may not eliminate the bacterial infection. Although stress and physical injuries may cause inflammation of the gland, infection by invading bacteria or other microorganisms like fungi, yeast, and possibly viruses is the primary cause of mastitis. Infections begin when microorganisms penetrate the teat canal and multiply in the mammary gland. It can affect farm productivity to fall in milk quality, thus impacting income generating activities. So, the statement 2 is also correct. It reduces milk yields, increases the cost of production, and makes milk less valuable for liquid consumption and manufacture. Our next question is, consider the following statements regarding Namami Gange program. Statement 1. It is being operated under the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Statement 2. The program is being implemented by the National Mission for Clean Ganga or NMCG. Statement 3. In 2017, the National Green Tribunal banned the disposal of any waste in the Ganga. Which of the above statements is correct? Options are A. 1 only, B. 1 and 2 only, C. 2 and 3 only, and D. 1, 2 and 3. So the correct answer is C. 2 and 3 only. The Prime Minister, on his visit to Uttar Pradesh recently, inaugurated a new state-of-the-art sewage treatment plant of 10 MLD capacity in Ramnagar, Varanasi. The government is working on all fronts simultaneously for conservation and rejuvenation of River Ganga. The Namami Gange mission is emphasizing on the construction of such sewage treatment plants that can meet the requirements of the next 10 to 15 years. The Namami Gange program is being operated under the Department of Water Resources, River Development and Ganga Rejuvenation, Ministry of Jal Shakti. So the statement 1 is incorrect. The program is being implemented by National Mission for Clean Ganga or NMCG. Hence, statement 2 is correct. NMCG is the implementation wing of National Ganga Council set in 2016, which replaced the National Ganga River Basin Authority or NGRBA. In 2017, the National Green Tribunal banned the disposal of any waste in the Ganga, so the statement 3 is correct. Our seventh question is, consider the following statements regarding Integrated Teacher Education Program or ITEP. Statement 1. It is envisaged as the minimum degree qualification for school teachers under the National Education Policy 2020. Statement 2. Dual major bachelor's degrees will be offered under ITEP. And the statement 3. Admission for the course will be carried out by the National Testing Agency or NTA through the National Common Entrance Test or NCET. Which of the above statements are correct? Options are A. 1 only, B. 1 and 2 only, C. 2 and 3 only, and D. 1, 2 and 3. So the correct answer is D. 1, 2 and 3. So all the statements are correct. The Centre recently notified the 4-year Integrated Teacher Education Program or ITEP, envisaged as the minimum degree qualification for school teachers under the National Education Policy 2020. So the statement 1 is correct. Dual major bachelor's degrees will be offered under ITEP, integrating basic BA and BSc degrees with B.Ed. The course will help students save a year. Pursuing B.Ed after completing a bachelor's degree currently takes 5 years. Admission for the course will be carried out by the National Testing Agency or NTA through the National Common Entrance Test or NCET. This course will be offered by multidisciplinary institutions and will become the minimal degree qualification for school teachers. Our next question is, consider the following statements. Statement 1. Khasi people are an indigenous ethnic group of Tripura in northeastern India. Statement 2. The Khasis are a matrilineal society and trace inheritance and descent through the mother's clan. And the statement 3. The Khasi speak a Mon Khmer language of the Austroasiatic stock. You have to select the correct statement. Options are A. 1 only, B. 1 and 3 only, C. 2 and 3 only, and D. 1, 2 and 3. And the correct answer is C. 2 and 3 only. A district autonomous council in Meghalaya is attempting to modify a customary practice of inheritance of the Khasi tribe in which the youngest daughter of the family is bequeathed the full share of parental property. Khasi people are an indigenous ethnic group of Meghalaya in northeastern India. They have a distinctive culture and are the largest tribe of Meghalaya. So the statement 1 is incorrect. Both inheritance of property and succession to tribal office run through the female line, passing from the mother to the youngest daughter. So the statement 2 is correct. The Khasi speak a Mon Khmer language of the Austroasiatic stock. So the statement 3 is also correct. They are divided into several clans. Wet rice provides the main subsistence. It is cultivated in the valley bottoms and in terrace gardens built on the hillsides. So the ninth and the second last question of today's session is, consider the following statements regarding the Uyghur Muslims. Statement 1. The largest population of the Uyghur ethnic community lives in Kyrgyzstan. Statement 2. India has strongly condemned the brutalities against the Uyghurs. You have to select the correct statement. Options are A. 1 only, B. 2 only, C. both 1 and 2, or D. neither 1 nor 2. So the correct answer is D. neither 1 nor 2. The Uyghurs are predominantly Muslim minority Turkic ethnic group whose origins can be traced to Central and East Asia. The Uyghurs are considered to be one of the 55 officially recognized ethnic minority communities in China. However, China recognizes the community only as a regional minority and rejects that they are an indigenous group. Currently, the largest population of the Uyghur ethnic community lives in the Xinjiang region of China. So the statement 1 is not correct. A significant population of Uyghurs also lives in the neighboring Central Asian countries such as Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Kazakhstan. China has long denied accusations of ethnic cleansing. It also denounced the declaration and termed it as a plot to hurt China's image. China claims its camps to be educational centers where the Uyghurs are being cured of extremist thoughts and radicalization and learning vocational skills. However, in actually they are brutal incarceration camps. The Indian government has maintained near silence on the Uyghur crisis, so the statement 2 is not correct. Now, the 10th and the last question of the session is consider the following statements. Statement 1, India was the world's top rice exporter in the year 2020. Statement 2, majority of India's basmati rice goes to African countries. Statement 3, golden rice is the best naturally grown variety of basmati rice. You have to select the correct statement. Options are A 1 only, B 1 and 2 only, C 2 and 3 only, and D 1, 2 and 3. So the correct answer is A 1 only. India is the world's top rice exporter, earning rupees 65,000 crore in 2020 by selling 18 million tons of grain, about a quarter of which is premium basmati. So the statement 1 is correct. Among the 75 countries which buy Indian rice, West Asian nations, the US and the UK are the biggest importers of basmati, while the majority of non-basmati goes to African countries and neighbors Nepal and Bangladesh. So the statement 2 is not correct. Probably the best known variety of GM rice is golden rice, so the statement 3 is also not correct. Okay, now it's time for the today's practice question. Question is, consider the following statements. Statement 1, tea is a tropical and subtropical plant and grows well in hot and humid climates. Statement 2, the ideal temperature for its growth is 20 degree to 30 degrees Celsius. Statement 3, the most suitable soil for tea cultivation is slightly acidic soil. You have to select the correct statement, and options are A 1 only, B 2 and 3 only, C 1 and 3 only, and D 1, 2 and 3. That's it for today. Stay tuned for the next session. Till then, Jai Hind.